Hello there my RPG lovers and welcome to another video. Gedonia is an open world RPG inspired by old school classics and modern games. It's still quite early in development, so take all of this information with a grain of salt, but we have enough material to see what kind of a game we can expect from the final product. We can see some gorgeous landscapes from the trailer, and this cartoonish art style fits the game perfectly in my opinion. There's a reason why it's labeled as classic open world RPG. The game will lean more to the classic story-based structure of the game instead of a more sandbox style structure. This basically means the developer is planning to include a bunch of written story content with a lot of choice. Speaking about content, the open world in this game will have a moderately large open world with 7 different zones and biomes. We could see a couple of different zones in the trailer and in this early alpha gameplay. Snowy mountains, open green fields, the desert, and a seaside village were some of the locations showcased in these videos. The world map in general seems vertical, which is really important for creating an enjoyable exploration in my opinion. If you got that Zelda Breath of the Wild feel from watching these scenes, you're not the only one thinking like this. A lot of people think the same when they see the art style of this game, but the developer claims he experimented a lot with visuals, and in the end he picked what seemed the best. If for some reason you're worried about the lack of meaningful content in the open world, the developer had something to say about this as well. The plan is to include a lot of content in terms of quests with different ways to solve them and sometimes difficult moral decisions. The game will also feature the main quest, handcrafted dungeons with complex layouts, puzzles and traps. Some of those dungeons will be accessible during leveling and completing the main storyline, and some of them will be only for high level players after completing the main storyline. I think it's great that this developer is thinking of including content even after the main story ends. By the way, by this developer I actually mean one guy. Gedonia is mostly one-man project with some help from other people. He stated that he's still using a lot of bought assets, but he plans to change and improve them after the game goes into early access. Now let's talk about what makes this game a classic role-playing experience, or should we say the gameplay. The game will have a target-based fight mechanics, similar to Dragon Age Origins or Knights of the Old Republic. If you prefer, you can play solo, but you can also find and recruit party members. You'll be able to pause the game at any time and plan your moves and give out orders to your character and party members. Or you can summon different creatures with dark or nature magic. As it seems, character development is also something to look forward to. Similar to special system from Fallout 1 and 2, you will have your base stats that will determine your character, which cannot be changed after you start the game. Gedonia will have a robust pool of abilities to play around with, 150 to be exact. In order to use them, you will have to improve your skills first. Things like weapon mastery, different schools of magic, crafting, speech, and so on. All of this should ensure that creating unique builds is possible, and it should give Gedonia a nice replay value. As you could probably imagine, you're free to create stereotype builds like Paladin that uses holy magic, maces and defense, or an assassin with daggers, alchemy and banditism. Yes, banditism is a real word, because why the hell not? If at least a half of those 150 abilities are decent, we should have a lot of freedom while building our character. If all of this comes together, Gedonia has the potential to break the monotony a little bit when it comes to combat in open world RPGs. It might not be for everyone, especially if you prefer live action combat, but I think it deserves a fair chance. Character progression is usually very strong in games with similar combat because it's not directly tied to player skill. At least not like in role-playing games that require decent reaction time from the player. But of course, we won't know anything until we get to play the game. It seems like this developer is trying to focus on what's really important in an RPG, and I really like that. It sounds quite ambitious for a one-man project, but by the looks of all things, it could work out. As I said before, all of this footage is from pre-alpha version, and there's a lot of placeholder features. Gedonia should enter early access in spring or summer of 2020. The exact release date is unknown. In my opinion, this guy should take all the time he needs to finish the game because it does have strong potential. And like I said, it's really amazing for a one-man project. I'll leave all the links for this game in the description so you can support the developer if you wish. I'll also follow the development myself and inform you guys on any major updates, so if you're interested to see that, make sure you stick around. If you like this video, do me a favor and press the thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. Click on the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. My channel is based around RPGs, I do in-depth guides, news, discussions and reviews. Special thanks to my patrons and YouTube exclusive members, and if you as well want to become one of them, all the links are in the description. And I'll see you in the next one.